Let's dive back into the next session of In the Eyes of the Stars. So, session 6. With Felgalus, the dopey primordial turned bronze dragon, found the group mounted a silent escape from the stone giant's stronghold. Some clever uses of an Afridi bottle and dimension door, as well as an undead warlock carrying it underneath a river to hide from the returning giants, and the returning giant Thane. The group managed to escape undetected, save for the 2 giant bodies and the illusionary door left behind. They pushed further north to the village of Hearths with their new companion, Oriana Heist, daughter of the clan leader and next in line to rule, hoping that the overwhelming giant threat had not wiped out the people there. Luckily, Oriana left the remaining of the Light Chasers, her adventuring group, behind, and they had greatly assisted in the defeat and retreat of the stone giants laying siege. The group explored the village, bought some goods and some warm weather wear so that they would be prepared for the journey ahead. They enjoyed the hot springs, they listened to stories, and met members of the various clans that populate the village now. Resting briefly here before continuing their push north to find Tobias. The Light Chasers accompanied you, aiming to get you to Enzarun, the small icy giant outpost that was overtaken by the clans at the southernmost tip of the Reverberant Sheet. But having a dragon, defunct as he is, allowed you to assist them in crossing the strait. So right now, we're gonna pan in a little bit as the bronze dragon is flying over this strait. His scales are glinting off the reflective light. You see ice and snow covering as far as the eyes can see, and bright sun glaring, and puffs of breath is visible from the large dragon laboring, despite there being only one person on his back, a small air genasi, with the Afridi bottle holding the rest of you at her belt. Felgalus clears the strait and officially enters the Reverberant Sheet, a small continent that is overtaken completely by a large glacier. We see him dip for a moment, evidently worn out by flying against the whipping wind before regaining altitude. Several moments of flight as he grows closer to the icy giant tower that's built into the cliffside. Just as the buildings come into view several thousand feet off, you hear a large cracking noise that splits the air, echoing loudly as we see the ice cave in. Felgalus balks, his wings catching the air for a moment, unsure of what this means, before a giant creature pulls itself out of the long, long crack. We see blue-skinned, snow kicking up all around it, tall and broad as a giant, a heavy helmet that's cracked and is skewed on the top of its head, and a mangled arm that drags a great axe along the ground, inhibited by a spear still embedded in its shoulder. It turns its head to the bronze dragon, face devoid of life, and frost creeping up its jaw, and roars in a battle cry. We see more helmets as undead giant heads begin to climb out of the tear of the glacier, and a bolt of light is let loose, clipping Felgalus's wing. He loses ground, managing to catch himself, but 3 more bursts of light fly at him. One hits his tail, causing him to veer, and the second smashes into his head. The dazed and injured dragon drops, plummeting to the ground. You see a bright flash of light, and the genasi on its back is covered in twinkling lights leaping off and flying down, yelling at the bottle to you all as she pulls it from her belt. A second loud crack splits the air as a large chasm opens from behind where you are on the other side, pouring out large undead giants, followed by a thud as the dragon hits the ground, and the snow is kicking up everywhere. And if you give me just a brief moment, we are all about to roll for some initiative.
Nuh-uh.
Yaha!
No.
Yep. Absolutely.
Actually, PM, I have dark vision.
Damn it, slide. So I did already place your friends there, but you guys will be on the right side here. If you could place your tokens, pretty please and thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, I didn't get the initiative tracker up. I'm so sorry.
That's what I meant. No.
Thank you.
I
Thank
roll
you.
a shit for you.
Go
Please pull
ahead.
it up.
guys.
Would you mind adding a character to initiative rolls, please?
I
Dirty
would
20.
not mind.
This is why you're my favorite DM.
Because I don't mind adding your character to initiative?
That's right.
Aw. If I can click on it, I'm having
I have
problems.
very low expectations in DMs.
Why am I... oh, there we go. I know how to use Roll20. There we go.
I don't. Teach me.
I was like, I have taught you. I've taught you a lot. Alrighty, my dears. Hold on, I'm moving like a bajillion screens around and we're having problems. Gotta make sure I have the right stuff open. Alright. Okay, so as we get going here, I'm going to drop the order in the initiative for the sake of this, just communicating to you guys to make everybody's life easier. The entirety of the Light Chasers are going to go on the same turn, and there's going to be some stuff communicated to you. Sorry, I'm popping you over here. So for this first round, you guys have not all popped out of the Frigged bottle yet, and that takes an action if I remember correctly. Correct, Cece? Yeah.
Bonus action.
It's a bonus action to pop out for everyone. Nice. Okay, so you guys will be able to act on this first round. But just remember that that does take your bonus action to get out. So, as things are kind of kicking in here, you hear this. You hear the large thuds. You can observe what's happening outside of the bottle, and you know that shit's about to go down. And so, as that happens, you're all looking at each other, standing right here, as you're about to, like, jump into things, the first time that you, like, actually hear Borsky speak directly to you, he turns to you all and says, Bill handles the ones on the left, and we'll take care of healing the dragon. You take care of ones on the right, okay?
Oh, he is very Russian.
Yep. And he holds his axe in preparation to jump into this. Alrighty. So, Miriam, what would you like to do?
Alrighty, one moment. I am just reading this real quickly. Sorry. Alright.
Quick question. We're on the ground, correct? So we aren't just going to be, like, popping out flying in midair?
Yes, so she flew down to the ground. She used an ability and flew down to the ground. So you will be popping out onto the ground, and yeah.
And then, is this an incline? Like, are they on top of stuff?
No, they are not. There is an incline up here, and then the chasm is this split, right, oh, no, come on. The chasm is the split, like the darker line right here, and then right here.
Okay. Cool, thank you!
Okay.
Alright. So, I guess for this first turn, I've got something planned, but that'll come later. I'm going to move up a little bit, and Miriam will just kind of give a nod to Borsky.
Cool.
So let's see, 35 feet, I can get up to there.
Oh,
Cool.
Cece, he told you to handle the ones on the right.
Oh shit, there's ones on the right. Oh fuck, I forgot about those.
Yep,
I
yeah.
saw...
Yeah, so he was like, let's divide and conquer, guys.
I did not see that. Oh god, my brain ain't working the best.
That's okay,
Ow.
you're doing your best.
Yep, I am. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'll get over to here. And then, do I want to do this right now? Yeah, I do. Alright, so, you know all those sensors I have hanging from my bag that are filled with So a quick question, do these guys have eyes? Can I, like, see if they have any physical eyes, or are they skeletal?
So as you're kind of like looking at them, you see that their eyes are like frozen in their head, and they're not skeletal, they look like essentially giant zombies. So.
Alrighty, so they have eyes. This is good to know. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this move. It might bite me in the ass later, but we'll see. I'm going to use my limited wish to cast animate objects at 6th level.
Okay.
Animate 12 sensors filled with sand.
Okay. Cool.
I don't have a thing for them, so... Do you want me to put down 12 little things, or do you want me to put down, like, 1 token?
Whatever works best for you. If they split off, we can just maybe add more tokens, so, because that's a lot on the one battlefield.
Yeah, okay, so we'll just do this as 1 token for right now, but they will split off later.
Okay.
So I animate 12 sensors that begin to fly in the air. And then, let's see. I need to make sure. You probably know this better than me. Do these act on my turn or on their own turn? I'm forgetting.
For animate objects, I think it is like a bonus action to control.
Alrighty, cool.
Just double check, because it's been a couple weeks since I've done that. Yeah, as a bonus action, you can command them to do something. So.
Okay. Alrighty, so I don't have a bonus action this turn, but that's quite alright. And that is what my turn for this round.
Okay. Yep, sounds like a plan. So these outjects are animated and ready to go. Okay, Kieran, bonus action, are you popping out?
Alright. I'm bonus action popping out. I'm gonna start running forward. 30. And then I'm gonna shoot off some Eldritch Blast. I will go for... let's go for this one right here. And I get 4 of these now. Ho ho ho.
Oh, man.
That 4, 1, 2, 3. Oh, those are damn good rolls. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit.
Okay, so then all of these will hit. Having a good time. Having a good time.
Are they all going at the same one?
Yes. I'm focus firing one of them.
Okay.
So that'll be a total of 53 damage on this one.
Beautiful. And that's force damage?
Force damage, yes ma'am. Does that do normal damage?
Yeah, so as your 4 blasts shoot off, all of them hitting it in the chest area, a very large target. This thing is slow, and it seems to be not very well armed. So you get the sense that from your hits that, like, yeah, you're gonna hit this thing. It staggers back a little bit, and you see it almost look like it could possibly slip and fall into the chasm, but then it gets its footing as the bolts are hitting its chest. It does seem to do, like, just the normal amount of damage.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that's not resistant. Thank you!
You are very welcome.
And that will be all. I have bonus actions usually, but I had to use it. Thank you.
Were you out of that aura space when you rolled that 19?
What 19?
The 31. Yeah, you fired from where you are right now?
I'll say that I fired from where I am right now, because, like,
Okay.
normally I'd be like, yeah, I'm firing it as I'm going, but we'll say that I was there.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
What if it crit?
You don't know.
It would crit.
You don't know.
Alright, thank you.
Alrighty. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, as the light chasers all pop out of the bottle, you see as Ara, kind of kneels down, and she's like holding the bottle to each side as people are popping out, and she expends a burst of energy into Felgolis, and he looks rough, and it seems to heal him a ton. And you see some of the wounds knit back together. His feet are like almost encased in ice, but she does a lot there. And then these three pop out, and you watch a large burst of fire energy as our pyromaniac Tabaxi friend does what all pyromaniac wizards do and fireballs immediately. And manages to get, I think 2 of these guys in the radius. Wait, let's see. Oh no, she could get these 3 over here, which is great. So manages to fireball all of those, and then she calls out and says, "Hey, fire seems to do a lot! Woohoo!" And then you also see Borsky begin to heal Felgolis, and he seems to come back together a little bit, and then Oriana takes off running and spends her turn doing that. And that's the end of their turn. Okay. Lydia. Candle.
Sorry, I was muted. I am here. I'm just thinking of the best thing I can do. So I'm going to go right here and hold my action to cast Speak with Dead if they come in within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's cool.
I'm intrigued. Sounds good. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
It is.
Okay, Sheila. Bonus actions popping out. What are you doing?
I'll come up here, and I'll hold my action to also cast Speak with It. No, I'm just kidding. I'll hold it to cast Wall of Fire.
I was like, what? What is the trigger for Wall of Fire?
When they all come up to us.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, Felgolis is a little too dazed with falling, and even though the healing energy is doing a lot, he's kind of just going to, looks like he's scrambling to his feet and trying to get his wings to beat again as much as possible, but that's all he can really do there. So, and it is Giant's turns. You feel like bolts of energy that are coming and flying in the back, and a couple of them hammer into Felgolis, and like Lydia glancing out of the corner of your eye, and Miriam, I assume you can see this too, he looks beaten and bruised, and bloodied, and his feet begins to freeze to the ground as his life force flickers drastically. There's blood pouring out of his wounds, and in this you kind of see the glint of the golden energy that is surrounding several of the other group, as well as Lydia, and you feel just like a little bit luckier. There seems to be an effect bolstering you from Felgolis. But the bolts of energy are going to fly towards him as they fire their polar ray, and then they take off running. This one's going here. This one's coming here. This one's moving here. And this one's moving here.
I only see positives from this.
Now I can get all of them in the Wall of Fire.
Yep. Okay, how are you doing it?
Just a nice little arc line.
Alrighty, what do I need to roll?
Dex saves.
Okay. I will use... Okay, that fails. That fails. That fails.
19.
Yep. And I will use my DM inspiration that I just was granted. And that one... wait, I have a bless. Hold on, let's see if this super non-dexterous giant can make it. I had to roll a 3. Okay, so the last one does make it.
Okay, and I'll make it burn that away.
Okay, so they all take that 20 fire damage, and it does indeed seem to fuck them up a little bit more, as they are vulnerable to it. Okay. Cool. Is that the end of your held action there?
Yeah, mine.
Okay. And just remind me with Wall of Fire, they can, like, move through it like normal?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. None of them are within reach to do any of that stuff, so...
Lydia has the held action.
Oh yeah, Lydia, did you...
Yeah, but it's only within 10 feet, unfortunately. They didn't get close enough.
Yeah, they're not quite close enough. I'm sorry, they can only move 40. They can't use the other part of their multi-attack because nobody's close enough, so that is the end of their turn. And stuff is happening over behind you, but you're...
if they end their turn there, they take more damage.
Okay, well, I mean, it was held, so they'll take more damage because they can't really move anymore.
I think they just remake the deck save also.
Okay.
Got 20 again.
Okay. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all of them fail. Nice. Nice. Okay, cool. Oh wait, I forgot that one of them succeeded and I still took the full, like, 40 damage last time, so
That's okay.
No, it's not okay! I don't need you to kill my monsters faster than as usual.
Aw, but it's fun!
I know. Okay. That is the end of their turn, and Miriam.
Alrighty, so bonus action, I am going to command my 12 sensors to go over to this giant and start trying to hit it in the face. And I have a question.
Yes.
Sensors have holes in them that are meant to disperse, you know, whatever inside, and I have filled these with sand.
Mm-hmm.
If it's giant in the face, can I blind it?
You know, that's really interesting. I'm kind of here for it.
Cool. Alright, so all of them are going to take an attack, so I'm just going to roll 12 d20s, and then I know they have a +8, and I'll do the math from there.
Okay, I will say, Cece, if it does blind it, theoretically that would only happen if the glass broke and it burst on it, so that one would be gone. Is what I think I'm willing to play. They have what?
They have sand inside. This is my plan.
Well, yes. So you're saying like it's throwing sand in their eyes.
Yes.
Not
you know
like
how
exploding. Okay.
Yeah, it's throwing sand out.
Cool. Sounds good. You said they have a +8 to hit?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second to do math. Yeah. You hit on all except for those 3s.
Alrighty, so that is 10. Okay, so 24 plus. Let me see, they have a +4 damage, plus 40. So that is 66 damage there.
Okay. What is your spell saving throw?
19.
Okay. Does it... Hold on. I have this pulled up. I just want to look at something quickly. Cool. So how many times are you trying to blind? I guess 12, huh? Well,
Yeah, I guess I filled these all up to pretty much the brim. That's why I bought the 30 pounds of sand.
Cool. So, you hit for 10, so I'm gonna say that this is a Constitution saving throw. And that they... Since this isn't like it's like a generic magic item, I'm gonna roll with it being a 15, if that's cool with you.
Always.
Okay. So let me roll a bunch of con saving throws. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I rolled stupidly well on all of these, and they have a pretty high modifier, so I actually succeeded on all of them. I'm so sorry. But that was cool.
Damn.
The lowest I rolled was a 17.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
But they're giants. They're constitutionally... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because only gifted.
Yep. Constitutionally gifted.
Alrighty.
However, you still have those, and that can do something. And that was just your bonus action, man.
Yep, and for my action, I'm going to fireball 3 of them.
Yes.
I'm gonna get this one, and this one in a 5th level fireball because I can't cast any lower, so I need a dex saving throw of 19 from all of them.
Okay. 2, 3. Yep, they all fail. They're not very dexy.
For 36 fire damage.
Okay. Can you multiply that by 2 for me? My brain hurts. Someone. That's 72. I did it. I did it. Look at me go. Okay, this one explodes. This one also explodes. Oh no. I can't. Okay. This one exploded. Just pretend. And
Why didn't you explode on me?
because I couldn't get it with the way my screen was.
No, I'm just screwing with you.
Just doing a kamikaze run.
This one
Yep.
is looking rough. And this one is looking a little bloodied.
Okay.
Alrighty, Miriam, that was good turn. Good turn. That the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Kieran.
Alrighty. Okay, if I remember Wall of Fire properly, I can walk up to this side and not be burned, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Because you chose the other side. Also, DM, are these two within 5 feet of each other?
Let me look. Yeah, they are.
Cool. I'm going to Green Flame Blade this one and then shoot off the other one to that guy.
Cool.
So let me do an attack. Does a 28 hit?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Very good. So it's going to be 8 piercing damage, and let me roll my Green Flame Blade.
You did the top one first, correct?
Bottom one first.
Bottom one heard.
Yeah. So that is going to be... Oh shit, I rolled to this weird. Hold on. What did this do? Alright, so it's going to be an extra 22 damage, fire damage,
So,
on the bottom one.
the bottom one is actually the 10 fire damage, and then the hits off in the more intense one to the top one. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
So
no, you're
it'll be 18 damage on the bottom one, and it'll be 22 damage on the top one.
You mean, since it's vulnerable to fire, that it will be 28 damage on the bottom one, and 44
yeah.
damage
Well-
on the top one.
Hell yeah!
And, how does it look as this, fire bounces off and kills the top one?
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I see that one is more damaged, and so I know that the splashback is more powerful, and so I'll just kind of, like, pierce the bottom one with the rapier, and then, like, flick it out, and throw the fire over to the next one.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, is that the end of your turn? Or wait, you still have that was your
bonus.
Yeah, it was like you still have a bonus action, don't you?
I still have a bonus action. And I am going to... I will throw a inspiration on Lydia. A bardic.
Groovy.
I'll just yell over to her, you're doing great!
Haven't done anything yet.
You look pretty.
I'm glad you noticed.
Do I want to do, because I can also expend another bardic. I want to see if I want to do a flourish real quick. Nah. I'm good. Alright. That'll be all for now.
Okay. So, at the top of the round, honor layer actions. There's a lot going on. You guys see... So, you see another burst of fire energy from the other side, and you hear giants beginning to fall, as well as you see a familiar blue glow and just like energy happening over there from Ori, as well as a kind of like another energy that's helping around Felgolis, who was looking real rough when these giants burst out a lot of their ranged attacks at him. He took the brunt of all of those ranged attacks, but it seems that Ara is healing him a bit, which is great. However, so that's kind of what's happening over there. So I'm gonna mark the ones dead that are dead. And then you guys hear noises happening. And you see a couple more of these guys climbing their way out of the chasm over here. So it seems that there's a couple of more that are coming down here. Oh, hold on. I didn't have their full health in here. That would have made things way harder. As they crawl out, moaning and just like letting out these horrible battle cries. It seems that they are dead set on heading towards the dragon that they felled, remembering their natural enemy there. Okay, Lydia.
Okay, well, I can't really do anything cool, so I'll just cast Sacred Flame on this dude. I need a dex save of 19.
Okay. That is a dirty 0, or a natural 0, actually.
He takes 18 radiant damage.
Okay. Sounds good.
That will... Wait, maybe I could do something cool with my bonus action. Unfortunately not. So I will give the help action to Sheila as a master of tactics.
Ooh, perfect. And you watch as this happens. The burst of sacred energy hits it, and it seems to dissolve into a little mini blizzard blowing all around you, Kieran. And it relocates over... Actually, right here. So...
Okay, that happened.
That was its reaction. Alrighty. Sheila.
This giant just teleported to there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll just assume we're gonna let all the other giants come to us, and I'll go help Lydia. I'll give this one a good old booming blade. 19.
That hits.
Okay, 13. Then booming blade damage. 13 plus 19.
Okay, how do you just, like, kill this thing in one hit?
Oh, okay, perfect. I will jump off of Lydia's head and go up and whack it in the face really hard.
Beautiful. I love that imagery. Cool.
Lydia has been upgraded to a stump.
Yep,
Now-
yep.
Be there for the end of my turn.
Okay.
A beautiful stump.
A very pretty stump, apparently.
With a boot print all over her face.
Yep.
Yep. End of your turn, Felgolis does get to his feet, and he, feeling much better after being wrecked there, and is gonna step over here and open his mouth and let out a torrent of lightning. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. And effectively kills this one who had already been fireballed. So, and then he kind of steps back to try to spread the love there a bit. And that's the end of his turn. Giant turns. These ones are gonna move forward. And they are dead set on their quarry, so you see lots of bursts of energy and hear Felgulus crying out. Although it seems that some of them are focusing down on the small fire genasi over there. These ones are going to come forward to you. It is going to... Yeah, it has a decent intelligence. Avoid the gigantic wall of fire that it hates. And yeah, Kieran's within 10 feet. So Kieran, that is a 24 to hit you?
Yeah, that hit.
Okay, so his axe comes swinging down as it cleaves into the side of your shoulder, and you take 24 slashing damage. And you feel just this icy cold along the side of the blade, and you take an additional 7 cold damage.
Ouchies. I'm gonna use my reaction to Hellish Rebuke that.
Okay.
Alright. And that's gonna be at 5th level, because that's what I'm allowed to cast it at.
Cool, cool.
So, I need a DC 20 dex save.
Yeah, they won't make that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, not with a -1 in dexterity.
So that's 31 points of fire damage.
Okay. Oh, it's fire, dang. Okay, so you mean 62.
Yep.
Cool, cool.
You were like fire damage, and I was like, oh baby.
Perfect.
This is my shit.
So that was your reaction.
Yes, ma'am.
And then it's gonna reach out as you rebuke it and just palm your face and attempt to like kind of catch your head, and that is a 29 to hit.
Yeah, I think that hit.
Okay, so it catches your head and you just feel a burst of cold energy come from it, and you take 13 cold damage.
All right.
And then you take 13 additional necrotic damage.
Ooh, oh no, I'm not in my thread form, so I'm not resistant. Okay.
Oh,
Right, that's how it works. I'm only resistant when I am...
correct.
I'm only resistant when I'm in my dread form.
Yep. Okay.
Yes. Alrighty, he's a little bitch.
Fun. This one is annoyed by the wall of fire and is gonna go over here and send out a polar ray at you, Sheila. That's a 15, which I don't think hits you.
Does not.
Sad. Okay. And this one is going to... Oh. Hold on. Move forward to here. And send out a polar ray at you. That's a 10, Miriam. I don't think that hits you either. My rolls are horrible. Okay, cool. That is the end of their turn. Okay, Miriam.
Miriam does not like this ugly, fugly guy being even remotely close to her, so she's gonna back up. Get into here, and then let's see. So as my bonus action, since this guy's within range, I'm gonna have my sensors start beating the shit out of him.
Okay, okay.
2 nat 20s!
Beautiful. So as I said, so the 4s miss and the 3 misses, but everything else hits. So that's 9.
Okay, so that is 9, okay, plus so that's 11 d4s, plus there we go, so 9 times 4, 36, so, let's see. 65 damage, and then if you rolled they still have sand in them, that con save, I guess.
Okay. I would say that you can do it 3 times.
Okay. So yeah, I'll try and blind this guy with these 9 sensors.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 3 failures, so it is thoroughly blinded.
Fantastic! Pocket sand!
Pocket sand!
Sand.
Flask sand?
Yeah. Sensor sand, I guess.
So much fucking sand.
Alrighty. And I also don't like this guy breathing down on my best friend, so I'm going to send 4 Eldritch Blasts at him as an action.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So first of all, next chance you get, you are on DM mode, and so chat can't see your rolls.
Okay.
But it's okay. Don't worry about it. So all 4 of those do indeed hit, and on your crit, I'm going to actually need you to roll a D100. So let's take care of damage first for the other 3.
Sorry, I
Oh
already
no,
rolled.
nope. You're good. You're good.
Alright, so that's going to be 4d10. And then 5 of this is fire damage. So, alright, so 71. Sorry, I'm having a moment.
You're good.
Okay, 6 force damage, 5 fire damage, and he's going to get pushed back 40 feet. Or into his however that works.
Beautiful. Barrels into this guy, and then, like, you watch as he shoves him to the side over here.
Fantastic. And that was a 3 on that D100 if I was a cleric.
Okay. And so, essentially what that does is you feel it's imperative to press the advantage no matter the cost. So you actually gain advantage on your next attack roll against the target. So if you want to check that last 18 there to see if you would have crit on it.
Why not? I did!
That's fantastic. Okay, so go ahead and roll me, since you already rolled damage on that one, roll me an additional, D8. Beautiful. And then roll me another D100.
82.
Okay. So your target is now surprised until the end of the turn because it just was not expecting that last blow as it barrels into it. So all attacks against it have advantage.
Fantastic.
Which one?
This one right here.
Did that one get pushed
Yes, it did.
Mhm.
through the wall of
your
fire?
wall of fire. Yep.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll me some damage for that. It's a dex save.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fails.
32.
Okay. Thank you for doing math for me. I appreciate you. Alrighty, it is looking real rough after taking that fire damage and all of that force damage and being shoved back. Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Miriam?
Yep, that's the end of my turn.
You only did 4 Eldritch Blasts. Do you only get 4?
Unless I use my bonus action.
Oh.
It's a bonus action to get my 8.
Got it. Okay.
I'm using my sensors right now.
Got it. Okay. Kieran.
Alrighty. Well, if Miriam just, teed up them, I can swing my bat. So I'm gonna go here. I'm going to... You know what? I will bonus action Form of Dread.
Okay.
So,
I think it's been a little bit, so just describe what that looks like for me.
Yeah, so as I'm sprinting over, I kind of, wipe some of the blood from that very large, axe cleave, and kind of, like, shake it onto my hand, like, wipe it off and, like, smatter it. And, there's flecks of black within that blood, as, the tattoo that's normally around, my ring finger quickly, explodes in black shadowy light, climbing up my arm and covering me.
Cool.
Very smoky, very cool. I would like the dude in front of me to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me. DC 20.
Yeah, no, that fails. He is frightened of you.
Heck yeah. I don't get advantage on this mother trucker, do I?
I don't think so with frightened.
DC, where are your condition cards? Hold on.
Yeah, one moment, let me check. Right. Whilst the source of your fear is in line of sight, you perform any attack rolls or ability checks with disadvantage. So he has disadvantage on all his attack and ability checks.
Okay.
And you can willingly move closer to the source of your fear, even when on the way to another location.
Got it.
Cool. Oh, and I did roll an 8, so I have 18 temp HP.
Got it.
Alrighty, and now that I am here with my action, I'm going to, Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
Alrighty, does a 22 hit?
It does.
Alright. So it's going to be, 8 piercing on this first one, as well as, ooh, I rolled pretty decent, 17 fire damage, so that'll be 34 fire damage on this gentleman right here. I mean, can we call him a gentleman? And then, and then an additional 21, so that would be 42 on this guy right here.
Okay, he is going to the giant graveyard.
Hey!
As you're once again, just like the same move of the stab and the fire flicking off.
You know, I do my best.
Yep. God damn it, Cece.
Different question.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Kieran?
That is my action, my bonus action. I technically have 5 more feet of movement. You know, I'm gonna stay right here. I don't want him getting closer to Fegalis. And I'd rather him try to attack me, the thing it's frightened of, so.
Okay. Alright, so, here, you guys hear another gigantic burst of fire energy, as, followed by 2 more thuds as a couple more giants fall. And kind of see out of the corner of your eye some action happening back there, as well as the similar healing aura of Aura. And Borsky has taken off and is joining in the fight. It so seems, with a gigantic burst of, like, radiant energy coming off his great axe. Alrighty. As well as, you hear roars as 2 more of these guys climb out. And it seems like you guys got the short end of the stick because there's only 1 over on the other side. Alright, Lydia.
Alright, Lydia is going to throw a guiding bolt at this dude.
Thank you.
Oh. Guiding bolt, guiding bolt, guiding bolt. So that's a 27 to hit for 13 radiant damage.
Nice. 27 does indeed hit. As you light this guy up and all attacks against him have advantage. Well, the next attack.
I will... Yep, I will then give Kyriam advantage with my Master of Tactics.
Cool.
And then move right here, kind of just daring deep rough strikes.
Alright. 22 to hit. 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 22 to hit Thank you.
No problem.
Do I get super advantage on this guy if I attack him then?
No.
Aw,
so
you're no fun.
With the, I'll allow it to carry over to your, like, second attack.
Cool, thank you.
Depending on if somebody attacks the creature before or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sheila.
I will trounce up to here. Can I hit him from here?
Yeah. That is indeed... Yep. You're
Okay.
good.
I'll take a Great Weapon Master attack at. Nice.
Yeah,
29, 24.
24
Advantage.
does
Oh,
hit.
he's blind.
Yep.
Check
ain't
the
crit.
crit. Check the crit.
No crit. It's gonna be 22 and booming blade damage.
Okay.
So 22 plus 10, 32.
All right. Anything else?
Mm, I'll just misty step myself away from him.
Okay. Sounds good. As you rush up, cleaving your axe into, like, kind of its shin, and it looks like part of its leg buckles as it kind of, like, drops to a knee for a moment before, like, shoving itself back up, its leg dragging along limply, and you're, nope! And you disappear into a cloud of mist and reappear further away back. All right. Felgolis does not get his breath back, and he's too scared to go forward, so he is going to hold down the fort and take the dodge action.
Good.
He will, however... no, he's gonna stay next to the healer, who's keeping him alive. Okay. Cool, it's their turns. Okay, Kieran, this one is angry at you. So, that is a 18 to hit you.
At disadvantage?
Uh,
It's frightened of me.
you're right. Indeed it is. That's a natural 1.
No.
Okay. And then a 14, which I think misses.
No, ma'am.
Alrighty. That is the end of his turn. This one's going to rush forward to here.
Well, I think it takes wall of fire damage there.
Really?
Within 10 feet.
Okay, well, I messed that up, so it takes it.
Why do you think... Yeah, why do you think I'm, like, over in this corner just
I
like...
know.
Just go.
Don't hit me!
Pretty bad roll though. 20 damage, unless it passes its dex save.
No, it does not. It would need to roll a natural 20 to pass that.
Alright, 20 damage.
Okay. Sounds good. It cannot reach Kieran, so he is going to... Okay, I just needed to reread that quickly. Fire off a burst of energy at you, Kieran, because you're bearing down on this guy and you're kind of scary. So that's a 25 to hit you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you take 39 cold damage as this ray just, like, comes straight from its hand and bursts into your chest.
Ouchies.
Okay, that's that turn. This one is going to ignore the animated objects and come over here pursuing the one that...
Ooh, it takes 18 damage.
Wait, why?
Booming blade.
Oh, that's right! Okay.
Do they get a opportunity attack?
Do objects get an opportunity attack?
We always rule constructs don't.
Yeah. I was like, I don't think, whatchamacallit, spiritual weapon does either.
Okay.
Spiritual weapon does not.
Yeah. Okay, so, that is a 25 to hit you, Sheila?
I'll expend a charge of my Atlas of Endless Horizons to teleport 10 feet away.
Okay. So it does not do damage to you?
Politely, what were any of those words?
Good words that you're jealous of.
Yeah, I am. I also forgot to do a hellish rebuke, but actually no, that was intentional. Never mind, ignore me.
Ignoring. And is going to give chase with the rest of its movement. That is a... Oh, I crit! That's a 30 to hit you.
Okay.
Okay, so you take 39 slashing damage and 16 cold damage as the great axe just cleaves into you. And this thing's like as big as you are. It hurt.
Okay, I maintain concentration with the 31.
Nice, nice. Alright, that is... Oh, this one still has to go. It is going to... He moved already, but he just needs to... Yeah, he's just going to fire off a ray at the dragon. So Felgolas takes another hit, as well as a couple other from behind. Okay. But he still seems to be alive. He's not as bad as he was right at the beginning. Alright, Miriam.
Alright, my swarm is going to split into 2, so 6 in each one. And then go at these guys. So let me roll. So I'll do the first one for the one near Sheila and Lydia.
Okay.
60, 20.
The natural one misses there.
Alright, so 5d4 plus... Yeah, 20. Okay, so it's gonna take 32 bludgeoning damage.
Cool, cool.
And I'll try again.
Okay.
Through it.
This is the last blinding attempt.
On that swarm.
Okay, all of those make it, including one critical success.
Alrighty, the other ones are gonna go to the other giant. Bam!
Look at that natural 20. So just the 4 misses.
Alrighty, so 5, so that's going to be... That's still going to be 64 because of the natural 20, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Math is... it's going. Alright, 36 bludgeoning damage, plus I'm going to try and blind this one for 5 times.
Okay. Give me 1 second, everything stopped working for a second. 3, 4, 5. Hey, that's 1 failure, which is all you needed. So this one is blinded until the end of the next turn.
Alrighty, and then with my action, I'm going to take 4 Eldritch Blasts at the one next to Sheila. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many hit?
All of them actually hit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is... Well, let's see. Brain. So let's roll 5... Wait, no. 4d10 plus... God. I'm trying here.
You're doing great.
Okay, so 5 of this is going to be fire damage, so now actuality 10, so...
Cool.
40 damage, and then 10 fire damage, and it's going to be pushed back 40 feet through that wall of flame.
Yes, it will. Give me 1 second. Also, I want you to know that it was at 69 health just a second ago.
Nice.
Whoops, I'm still here. I thought Shorty failed his con save.
No, I got
No.
a 31 on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that fails the dex saving throw. Oh, it is barely alive. Oh, wait, no, that does double damage. Never mind, it's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's very dead. So as it gets shoved back by your bursts of energy, it just falls to the ground in the wall of fire, burning to death. That's
Yippee!
pretty flippin' cool there. Okay, anything else?
Oh, that's my turn.
All right, Kieran.
Alrighty. First question. How is this one looking?
This one is looking... He's looking okay. He hasn't taken, like, a ton of damage, just the one hit.
Alrighty. Okay, that answers that question. Alright, first of all, this one right here, because I gotta do it once per turn, give me a wisdom saving throw, DC 20.
Nope, that fails.
Alright, so that one is going to be frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
Awesome. So, and then I am going to hit this one with a very lovely... Oh, come on. Sorry, my screen just went black. I'm gonna do a green flame blade, but this is at advantage on this one.
Yes, it is.
Alright. First of all, does a 25 hit?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Alright, great. I also get, my sneak attack on this one.
Why?
It's at advantage. Cause you get sneak attack if you have advantage on a creature.
No, you don't. You get sneak attack if it is surprised, or if one of your, people is within 5 feet.
I just looked at my features and traits.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think you advantage.
Let me just
Advantage-
check. Maybe I'm remembering properly.
You can deal an extra 2d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack, with a finesse or ranged weapon if you have advantage on the attack roll.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Oh, that's right.
I also clicked the wrong buttons and I wasted a crit, which makes me very sad. So hold on. Let me re-roll shit.
That's fine. Makes it a lot less confusing.
All right. Yes, no worries.
So 16
Okay, so
piercing damage.
So it'll be 6. It'll just be 8 piercing damage.
Well, no, from the sneak
yeah.
attack.
Yes. So that's gonna that'll be 16 piercing damage. That'll be 13 fire on this one, and then it'll be I rolled real well. That'll be 27 fire.
Yeah.
On that one.
So 52. Cool.
Yep. And then I'm going to, because I have yet to be able to use this, so I'm going to, I've got lots of things coming for you. I'm going to use my Whales from the Grave, so another creature within 30 feet of this one, I get to do an extra D6 of necrotic damage, and since I'm at level 16, I also get to do that D6 damage to the one that I initially hit. So that's an extra 5 necrotic damage on both of them. Is that normal damage?
That is normal.
Cool. I'm going to expend a Bardic Inspiration for a flourish.
Okay.
Specifically the defensive flourish. So I'm going to do an extra D8, if I remember that properly, D6 of damage, and I'm going to add that number to my AC.
Okay.
Because these things hit, and it hurts. So that'll be an extra 4 damage.
Okay.
So my AC is going to be 22. And then I am going to, because this thing is a fucking bitch, I am going...
hold on 1 second before you do anything else. It uses its reaction on that gigantic hit, and you watch as you hit it. The fire leaps off as the first one you originally hit swirls into a blizzard of snow, and is going to teleport. Right.
Alrighty.
I just wasn't sure if that was going to change what you were going to do.
Well, I was going to do an Eldritch Smite on that hit.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can do that first.
Okay, cool. And, it will... I can knock the target prone if it is huge or smaller.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, it can still teleport.
But it just might be prone.
No, it will be prone. Is it huge?
Yeah, it is huge.
Then it will be indeed knocked prone.
Okay, does that do additional damage?
Yes, the Eldritch Smite will do an extra, since it's level 5, it'll be,
Does that require a
58.
bonus action to cast?
Nope!
Okay.
Just once per turn when I hit a creature with my packed weapon.
Cool.
So it will be, 6d8 damage, so hold on real quick. Look, man, this thing is like, fuck you, and I'm like, fuck you back. Alright, so let's do an extra 6d8. So that'll be an extra, I didn't roll too great, 20 damage.
It is prone.
It is prone, it does and that's force damage.
Okay.
Alrighty, with my bonus action...
I was like, are you done or bonus action?
This is a good time, guys. With my bonus action, I am going to... What do I want to do? I can't do that, I can't do that. Hold on. Oh, my brain. Oh, my brain be going. Thank you for telling me to hydrate. I will throw a Bardic Inspiration over to Sheila. And that'll be all.
Okay. How are you encouraging Sheila?
I'm gonna yell, over to her, "The wall of fire's doing great! Keep holding!"
Cool. Alright, end of your turn.
I wanna know how much damage I did there.
I don't think I could tell you, but it was a lot. It was a lot. It was pretty cool, not gonna lie. Level 17, guys! Okay, you see Ara's continuing to heal. She's a very powerful healer, you guys get the sense of. You see another, like, gigantic burst of fire energy. And this one in the back actually goes toppling back into the chasm on flame, and you don't hear anything from it. As well as... Yeah, they don't quite kill these two, but they're wearing them down. Alrighty. And you don't hear any more noise from the chasm. For now. Okay, Lydia.
Alright, Lydia is just gonna casually walk over to this guy and say, we may have gone on the wrong feet. Here's a present to make up for it, and I will give him a bomb, and then just casually step away.
Okay. Oh, that's right. We never homebrewed that. Hold on.
Nope.
I think that there was like a thing. Also, I do want you guys to know that my computer automatically, when I type things in, puts D&D 5e behind it. Okay, there is like a bomb in the equipment, so we'll use those stats for that.
Yeah, but we already modified it, so I'm kind of sad now. I thought it was going to do more extra damage.
Remind me just briefly how we modified it?
We turned Claymore. We put in a whole bunch of ball bearings on the exterior.
Right. Okay. So I will say that it does like that amount of fire damage, the 3d6 fire damage, and it also will double that and do additional bludgeoning damage in the 3d6 as well.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
I believe it's a dex saving throw.
It is. I think that's so funny. Why is my mouse suddenly not working?
Although if he actually accepted it, I don't think he could do a dex save on something he's actually holding.
Yeah, I don't think he can either. Make a persuasion check for me because I think it's funny.
Okay. Persuasion.
I assume you were speaking in giant.
Yes, of course. That's a 33.
Okay, yeah, it just takes it from you and looks at you very confused and holds it as it's laying on the ground there. And as you kind of step away, you watch it burst as he holds it near his chest. Yeah, he's gonna auto fail that dex saving throw. And that is, why don't you roll 3d6 for me and then roll a separate 3d6. The first one will be fire.
So that's 7 fire, I guess, and 11 bludgeoning.
Okay, so 14 fire damage and 11 bludgeoning. Beautiful.
Love to see it.
I will then give for the help action.
I'm sorry, say that one more time. You were cutting out.
I'll give the help action to Miriam.
Okay, Miriam, you have advantage on your next thing.
Yippee!
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Sheila.
I'll come over here and whack this one while he's prone still, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you have advantage.
I'll give him a good Great Weapon Master whack. Booming Blade. Ooh, I think I crit. I did crit. Nice.
Nice.
Crit.
Hell
It's
yeah.
so dead. So 22 plus some Booming Blade.
Plus the 10 for great weapon.
22 plus 14, yeah. And then I will risk the opportunity attack and walk away.
Okay. Does prone grant disadvantage? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does.
That's yes.
Cool. Thank you for the reminder. That's a 19 to hit you?
Yeah.
Sad. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Alrighty. Felgulis does get his breath weapon back, and he is going to breathe down on this prone guy. And hey! Wait, hold on, let me check something. It's a 30-foot. Wait, hold on. We have the fancy thing, I should just use it. Bloop, bloop. Let me just see if I can angle this so I don't get Kieran.
Hank. If he does hit me, that's fine.
No, this guy's too far away. And it's only a 30-foot cone. So, his other ability is a little bit cooler. He was right here. So he's gonna actually stay where he was, or step forward enough, just to make that happen, but it does kill this guy. As lightning bursts into it as this one falls down, it slumps over, still dead, and joins my little graveyard up here. Alrighty. That is the end of his turn. Giant turns. Okay.
Might be in danger.
Yeah, just a little bit. It has disadvantage on you, though, because it is frightened of you, correct?
Uh-huh, yep. And I have 22 AC right now.
Okay, that both are 13s.
Cool. Great. Awesome.
So you are safe for now.
I blow a raspberry at it.
Okay, this one is going to...
I can't, though. This is like a little shadow that flicks at it.
Yeah. This one's gonna move around the wall of the fire and bear down one attack on each of you. This first one is to Lydia. Is this one blinded?
Yeah, this one's blocked at the end of my next turn.
Okay, then here. Actually, Shorty, roll a d100 for me.
Done.
Okay, you are just lucky enough, and it does walk through the wall of fire.
Ooh, nice.
And fails that deck save, so go ahead.
It is 62 damage.
Holy shit! Okay. Stumbles through the wall of fire, blinded from that. That's funny. Okay. And is gonna take one attack at each of you at disadvantage. So that's a, 27 to hit you, Lydia.
Okie dokie.
So you take 23 cold damage as it just reaches out and palms your face. 23 cold damage and a burst of necrotic energy, and you take an additional 23 of necrotic damage.
Okie dokie.
Oh, and even at what? Go ahead.
No, please finish.
Okay, so at disadvantage, that's a 23 to hit you, Sheila.
I'll shield it.
Okay, sounds good. You deflect its axe as it's holding Lydia's head in its hand. Burst of energy coming from there as like cold flies in the air and like rains down in snow on top of you. What were you saying, Sai?
This one ended its turn. Is that technically within 10 feet? I know I'm kind of like right at the corner. I just want to know like if this one's gonna get hit because it's just barely within 10 feet.
I thought that I was not within 10 feet, so it'll scoot on over there.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that was proper.
No, you're good. Thank you. Okay. Wait, that's my turn. There's nothing else. Thanks, DM, for asking. Hey, Miriam, that's your turn.
Alright, so my swarm is going to move here along with the other one so that they can mess this guy up. So let's roll those. So that is, there's 1, 3, and everything else is above that.
Okay.
The other one.
Sounds good. Then they all hit. Yeah, because the 5 just hits.
Okay, so let's see. So that is 74 bludgeoning damage.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It is barely hanging on.
Well, time to make that barely into a knot. I'm gonna hit it with some Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And I still, is it still blinded or is it at the end of the round?
It is still blinded. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, so let's roll these with advantage. 829.
Well, you had advantage on the first one because of the help action.
Yeah. And then from the blinded, let's see.
For the sake of this, if you kill it sooner, are you going to move your Eldritch Blasts to the other one?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. We'll just keep track of that. So roll these separately for me. All of them hit.
Okay, 1d10 plus, and half of this is, 5 of this is fire damage, so in all actuality 10. So that is, oh my gosh, 7 force damage and 5 fire damage, which doubles to 10. And it's pushed back 10 feet.
Okay, it's gonna go through that wall there, so go ahead. It fails, so go ahead and roll me the damage.
Pretty good again. It's gonna be 60 more.
Okay,
Hell
yeah, it was at 11, or actually 6 HP, so it is beyond burned to death.
Alrighty. So my other hit was a 13, because we're taking the advantage off of that, and then an 18, and then a 15.
Okay, so all of those do hit. 13 just hits.
Wow. Okay, so that is going to be roll 3d10 plus 30. So 40 force damage, and it's going to be pushed back 30 feet.
Okay, and actually on that last one, as it's shoved back, it will reduce the last one in half and turn into a blizzard and come rushing back forward, back to where it was. Oh wait, it can't willingly move closer to you, huh?
No, it's frightened. Yeah, bitch.
It will still do that, but it's going to disappear and reappear over here. Okay. Anything else, Miriam?
Nope, that's my turn.
Okay, Kieran.
Alright. How far away is it from the cavern wall?
25 feet. 20 feet.
Damn. Okay. You know, I think I'll just throw some Eldritch Blasts at it. It's been ouchies.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've done more damage than it, but you know.
Okay, all 4 of those hit.
Wait, you said a 13 hits,
A
right?
13 hits it.
So even my nat 1 would hit this thing.
Well,
Okay, good
it
to
wouldn't
know.
because it's a critical
Well,
failure, but...
Anything but a nat 1 would hit this thing. That's kind of sad. Oh, that was lame. Oh, I'm rolling like ass. Alright.
Last one?
Is it not popping up?
It just needed a moment.
There we go. Alright, so that'll be 13, 7, 8, 9. That'll be 37 force damage.
Is it shoved back?
And then... It is not. I am not that cool.
Aw, that would have been really cool.
I'm aware.
I wanted it to be cool for you.
I mean, I could flourish on it and make it, move it. Because I have that ability to shove things, which is great.
Yeah.
Well,
not with an Eldritch Blast?
no, I have a mobile
Oh, got it.
flourish that pushes things back 5 feet. Plus the number rolled, so I technically could have made it, but not worth my effort.
Okay.
Alrighty, and then I would like it to make another, wisdom saving throw, so it continues to be frightened of me. I'm hoping, at least. DC 20.
Oh, that's a 20!
Aw, damn.
It is no longer
Alright.
frightened of you.
It is not frightened of me. But, I am going to just, bloop! Back in here. I'm bloodied. I'm having a good time.
Alright.
Actually, you know what? I'll just... I think I can make it one more square.
Sounds
Alrighty.
good. Okay, you hear 2 giants fall behind you. It seems that they have defeated their quarries there, and a scattering of footsteps as they grow closer. Okay. And as well as like a exchange of words, it seems that they're calling out to each other and communicating to see how everybody's doing and feeling. Okay, that is the end of that turn. Lydia.
Okay, I'll just cast a guiding bolt on this guy.
Cool, cool, cool.
So that's a 19 to hit for 16 radiant damage, if it does hit.
It does indeed hit. And Lydia, I have to ask, how do you want to kill this thing?
I
Yeah!
will just turn around, turn my back at him, just blow in the air and just toss him a guiding bolt without even seeing him. Kind of like doing a kind of like shooting a basketball with your head turned.
Yeah, like over your shoulder. Funny. I love that. As the guiding bolt hits its chest, as you walk away and like explosion in the background, you watch as it tumbles backwards into the chasm from whence it came. And there is just a moment of silence as calm kind of spreads over the area. It seems that whatever these things were, that you have vanquished them. Beaten and bloodied, Felgulus not looking too great, but you watch as Ara's healing him, as well as she'll walk over to you, Kieran, and expend a Cure Wounds too.
Thanks.
Um,
Oh.
So,
Ugh.
and you actually see a spectral quiver on her back, that she may have been, when she wasn't, drastically healing Felgulus, may have been, kind of drawing from there. So that's, she rolled very poorly for that, but that's a 12 for you, 12 healing. That's all she
I'll
could
take
expend.
it.
Yeah.
I was exactly at half health, guys. It was actually almost impressive.
But Ori goes, "Whew, okay, that was rough. How are you guys?"
Never better.
Doing good.
Okay,
So what were these things?
Yeah, I don't actually know. And she turns and looks at Crescent Moon, who is steepling her fingers, and there's just like an uncanny joy across her face from being allowed to blow shit up with her favorite element. And she says, so these things were called Frostmourns. Long ago, when frost giants were murdered in like horrific, dishonorable manners, they could rise as a Frostmourn, and they kind of apparently haunt this area. They haven't been a problem before, but apparently haunt this area, and I assume that's because the history of Ensrune is that the group of travelers and like adventurers and trappers, in order to defeat the giants who were here and claim Ensrune for themselves, had to, you know, poison the water and then kind of snuck in at night using tactical advantage because there's a lot of them there. So in doing so, I didn't realize that they had created these things, so they haven't been a problem before, so maybe they're rising up.
Well, that's quite interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're saying that Miriam's gonna go and try and ruffle through some giant pockets.
Okay. So, as you kind of go and you're ruffling through their bodies, it doesn't seem that they have much on them, being that they are, like, undead, and looks like typically giants carry, like, bags on them. It looks like somehow they had been separated from these bags. You do see, like, evidently that there is, a whole bunch of their gigantic great axes that are, like, as big as Sheila. But if you want to roll me an investigation, I was like, institution check. Nope, investigation check, that'd be great.
I will do my utmost. 15.
So with the 15, you're going through these frozen bodies, and after about like 10 minutes of sticking your hand through frozen chest cavities, your fingers are like super cold even through your gloves, and you're not finding much else other than like their great axes. And you see like a couple spears embedded in their bodies, as well as like arrows sticking out here and there, is evident from like the fight that they had. But nothing of use there. Also, if you guys wanted to see how many giants you killed, good job. I kind of kept them separated into groups as to who killed what, because I thought it was funny. So, kudos.
I wonder how many I killed. I was just like by myself, like, oh!
Yeah, you did great.
Boy.
Alright, so that's what you find. Felgolis, like, with the last little bit of healing energy, as Borsky, like, pats him on the nose, he kind of rises up and looks at all of you and goes, oh boy, I mean, Tobias told me that giants hate dragons, but I didn't realize it was that badly.
Apparently.
That was rough. That was really rough, and I felt very useless, and like I couldn't even fly away because I was drained.
I mean, you still managed to take out, what, one or two of them? That's damn impressive for being on the ropes.
Yeah, I was a little too nervous to get close to them.
Do you need more energy?
I think I'll be fine without any more, energy. I think I just need to rest. And you guys kind of like look off, and we pan over to look at you see kind of off in the distance, among some of the kind of icy cliffs, the tower that is built into the natural cliffside over there. And, Ori kind of looks and nods over there and says, it should be safe in there. I don't know why they couldn't quite get there, but it should be safe in there.
Alright.
Alright. And so as you set off walking towards the end there, it's like a couple thousand feet. It is cold, and you can kind of feel the frost and like moisture from your breath gathering on your eyelashes and then falling onto your face. It's really annoying. As well as like the air is beginning to hurt your lungs. But you come up to the tower of giant make that's built there. You see ice walls that rise up into the space to form a point, and it's seemingly abandoned by the giant folk, as Ori said. And at the moment, you don't see very many signs of life, but you do see signs of use as you grow closer and walk through the gigantic gates in the area. A large door opens to a very tall ceilinged room, and you see snowshoes and climbing gear stored on ice shelves to the side, and warm rugs to meet your boots. Ori summons a burst of fire and lights a swinging lantern in the center that illuminates the rest of the space, as well as she kind of sets this gigantic fireplace ablaze. And you see that the singular room tower continues upward via round, giant-sized staircase in the back of the room. And the walls are beautifully carved out of ice, and it looks, and maybe stone underneath, and it looks very slippery for non-giant creatures, but there also seem to be frozen rations that are organized towards the back of the room as well. Ori kind of pipes in. So we can rest here for sure for tonight. It should be safe, but we should probably keep watch. It makes me nervous with those frostmorns, you call them? Frostmorns attacking.
We could certainly do that. How is Felgulus looking? Is he still messed up?
So he looks like mildly messed up, and as he was walking, he was definitely dragging his feet. It seemed that he was very low energy, but it seems that Ara did a really good job healing him and keeping him alive. Not gonna lie, there was at one point that he hit 9 HP, and I was like so nervous for him. I was like, oh no, my dragon. But it seems that he has healed up enough, and he just like kind of goes over towards the fireplace and still in his dragon form and curls up and like promptly falls asleep. So he is exhausted.
Okay. Well, perhaps we should put the dragon inside the bottle. What do you think, Miriam?
We've already used it today as a thing. I believe we've used it to its maximum amount of hours.
I wasn't sure how that worked or not. I thought it was a time limit for each one of us. I didn't know it was a time limit for the actual item.
It's just the amount of hours that we can be in it per day.
Okay.
But, I mean, he should be alright, and if really need be, I'm willing to try a bit of very high-level magic. And you see as Miriam gets a little bit of a glint in her eye.
Oh, I do have to ask, normal wish, you do have to like roll to see if you can cast it again. Do you have to do that with your modified?
For my limited?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled it so what I have to do for that is I have to roll a d4 and that many long rests until I can do that again. Uh-huh. And I rolled 5 and I've got 4 long rests until I can use my limited wish again.
Cool. Okay, cool. Good to know. Thank you for handling that. I was just curious because I was like, I know there's limitations in the spell, so I wanted to know what there was for you. Okay. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Ow.
So, the bottle, yes, has been used fully for today.
Very well. So I guess is it too cold for us to actually sleep, since you said it was basically a freezer?
So in this space, especially as it's kind of warming up with all of your bodies and the small fire kind of in this fireplace in the center of the room, as well as a gigantic dragon like giving off heat, it is warm enough to sleep comfortably in here.
Okay, okay. I guess we will. Go on.
I was gonna say, are we taking a long rest?
I do believe we should keep watch. I can take 2 shifts if anybody wants to as well, or join me.
Well, we always have Ori and her friends that could take shifts as well.
Yeah, we can definitely, divvy that up. No problem.
Sweet.
All right. So, Miriam, Crescent Moon will join you because they're very fond of you. And you guys can chat through your watch. But yeah, for the sake of things, will someone just roll me a general... Miriam, since you're first in watch, will you roll me a D100? And we're just gonna call this to see how things go for the evening.
29!
Okay, so you guys take your watches. It's cold, and you're kind of adjusting here. And it makes you a little bit sleepier than usual, but having pairs definitely helps. And you stay alert, and you hear occasional, action outside, but it seems to be pretty far off. At one point, someone pokes their head out and kind of sees, a group of Yetis, tearing across, seemingly on some sort of hunting party. The sky is beautiful and, reflecting dancing lights all throughout, and the stars are, really easy to see in that brief glance outside. But it does not seem that anything comes to bug you. And you pass the evening, safely.
Love to hear it.
So, in the morning, I assume, Kieran is preparing some food, and Ara is definitely helping out. And as you guys kind of get ready, Ori kind of goes, well, I think this is where we're gonna part ways here. It was really nice to get to know you guys and, do battle with you and all that. But we're gonna take off and kind of head a little bit west to try to see if the routes closer to the village have changed.
That is very fair. I look forward to seeing you all again once we are done with this.
Yeah, definitely. You always have a place at our house in the Village of Hearts when you're coming back through, hopefully with Tobias. Just take some of the stuff here. Make sure you take away means to cover your eyes, especially if a blizzard kicks in, as well as plenty of rope, and the snowshoes make it really easy to walk. So I just ask that when you come back through, if you have equipment that you do not need or rations that you do not need, that you just leave those behind. We have people come through and replace things every so often, but we want to make sure that everyone who comes here is safe.
That sounds more than fair if we could use that bathhouse of yours again.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay. So, for the sake of brevity, you guys managed to gather up the things that you need, each outfitting yourself with snowshoes and making sure that your clothes is super warm and completely sealed and bundled up, and fitting eye covers to the top of your head so that they're ready at a moment's notice. And I think that this is where we are going to take a super brief break. So we'll see you guys back in about 10 minutes, so about 5 after the hour, and we will continue our adventure as the group sets out into the Reverberant Sheet. And we are back. Welcome back, friends. I hope you guys took a little bit of a break and stretched and got water and other beverages, etc. So we are going to dive back in. The group made their way to the Reverberant Sheet and were ambushed by a bunch of vengeful, evil frost giant ghosts who were attempting to take out the dragon, their sworn enemy. And the group fought a couple waves, but managed to defeat them and keep Felgolas from dying. So they made their way to En's Rune, the long-abandoned frost giant tower that the humans have kind of like taken over, and took a long rest, gathered their supplies, and are setting back out. Is there any additional like preparation you guys want to do before you step out into the freezing cold for a couple days?
I'm just gonna double check the map that we're heading towards.
Okay. So
I'm gonna make some extra spicy food so we feel a little warmer inside.
perfect.
And I consult the books that I have regarding the animals in the area and see if there's any tauntauns nearby.
Any tauntauns?
Yeah.
What are tauntauns?
Like that, if it's too cold at night, we could just carve their stomach out and just go inside.
Oh, is that a Star Wars reference? That's
This
a
is
Star Wars reference.
I'm also gonna hand out those magic hand warmers.
Okay, cool. So, for the sake of this, Miriam, I will say that with the help of Crescent Moon, who has some pretty intense maps of the area, as well as comparing the star map from Astra, she kind of helps you map out where, on like a physical map, where you guys should go. So we'll say they're like super high intelligence, and using the friendship that you had established allows you to do that. So you have a pretty accurate map, but they do warn you that it's really difficult to keep track of where you are under like the intense day sky, but it's too cold to travel at night when you have the stars. And so you just got to be really careful. And also they warn you of like any blizzards are going to be very detrimental.
Miriam will kind of nod, and then she is just gonna make sure that we have a plan for exactly what path we're trying to travel.
Yeah, so I will say that between that, you do have that path. Lydia, if you want to consult your books, go ahead and just roll me an investigation check to kind of get some information on some things you might encounter.
Yes, ma'am. That is a 17.
Okay. So with the 17, and also kind of like, Aura, who's pretty knowledgeable about all of the different nature and like animals in the area, you do like you consult with her a little bit, as well as look through your book, and you find some history of ice trolls, and that ice trolls are not like super formidable enemies, but they can like take out some travelers, and they have a little bit of regeneration abilities that makes them a little bit of a bitch to fight, which is rough. You also find like references to stories of like how the ley lines between here and other planes are really, really weak, and so occasionally there's like ghosts and different kind of lost entities that meander up here. Also yetis, so you saw a couple yetis the other night. You don't get a ton of information about them other than that they have like their own like society, as well as like creatures that like to kind of dig through the glacier and the ground below. Oh, you're cutting out if you were asking a question.
I will relay this information to my colleagues.
Okie dokie. You guys get that information. Okay, and Kieran has made spicy food. Sheila, did you want to do any prep stuff, or are you good to go?
Ready?
All right. Anything else that anybody wants to do before you depart?
No,
Okay.
let's do this.
So with that, you say goodbye to the light chasers, and they bundle up, and you see Oriana like handing a whole bunch of climbing equipment to Borsky, as well as like making sure that you have stuff. She also is like kind of watching, and Ara's bustling around, like making sure you guys are like all bundled up properly, and like doing the mom friend thing of like checking to make sure you have all your shit. Also was like insisting on you guys taking climbing gear, and tells you about how like you might find some cliffs that you need to like scale and stuff like that. So she's like making sure that you are ready to go. And then you say your goodbyes, and you head out on the way into the Reverberant Sheet. So, setting out here, the wind makes it too hard for Felgulus to fly. However, if he is in his dragon form, he would make a very great wind blocker, but it would take some of his strength to make it easier for you to travel. So my question to you, knowing that, is how are you looking to travel for the roughly, you're guessing about 3 full days of like 8-hour traveling, which is what Crescent Moon recommended, Miriam?
Alright, so when you say strength, do you mean like essence? Like, would we need to refill them on essence pearls, or just energy through the day?
In the sense of, like, if he does that, he would definitely need to make some checks to see if it takes extra essence. So, or to see if his strength and, like, constitution is enough. So there's a possibility of draining essence, but not necessarily a guarantee.
I'll look at the rest of everybody. Well, it depends what you and, well, obviously, you Douglas, it's your word is the final say here, but depends on what all the rest of you want to do and whether or not we want to risk that.
I think moving in the snow with a giant dragon leading the way is bound to grab attention that we don't want. So I think our best bet is just to up alongside us.
Oh, you cut out. What did you say?
I might keep cutting out. That's weird.
don't know.
So yes, I think the best bet is to have Felgulus just transform into maybe his humanoid shape and just walk along with us, and not draw as much attention and save his energy. Plus, we don't need a windbreaker, as she says while stepping right behind Sheila, so that Sheila breaks the wind for her.
All right. So if that is the plan... Oh, yep, Miriam.
Oh, and just something miscellaneous before we leave, I'm going to refill my sensors.
Okay. Easy enough. Sounds good. So you guys set out on foot. Everybody all bundled up, including Felgulus in his halfling form. The snowshoes help immensely, and the couple of times you take them off, there's definitely times you would sink through the snow a bit. So the eye covers also help block the harsh winds that whip up, and you keep your scarves wrapped around your face. Snow spreads as far as the eye can see, and the glistening view of the blinding sun reflecting off of the white escape. So you are a little grateful when clouds blow in. So you travel for 8 hours. It is bitter cold. So for the sake of this, we're just going to do one for the entire day. So if everyone can make me a constitution saving throw to see if they can stand the cold, you do get advantage. Oh, someone was so ready. You do get advantage from your gear. Okay, so that's a 20 from Sheila, A 15.
17 for Lydia.
17? Okay. 17 from Lydia, a 19 from Kieran, and a 17 from Miriam. So you all do succeed. So you do not take any exhaustion from the cold. Felgulis is also fine, because he's a dragon. Oh, he is barely fine, though. He rolled so horribly. All right.
Quick question. I'm kind of curious. Are dragons like lizards where they're warm-blooded, or they're cold-blooded, or are they warm-blooded?
Zari doesn't actually know. I don't know. I would assume that it's like lizards where they're cold-blooded.
If you gave me 45 minutes, I'm sure I could give you a very detailed answer on this.
Cece, if you have time and energy next week and want to figure it out, I would love to learn.
Absolutely. I'll have to look at other parts of their morphology and biology to decide whether or not they're cold or warm-blooded.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't really affect too much considering he is in halfling form, but although he does, like, keep the stats, which is cool. Oh, just kidding. Okay, it's fine. Alrighty, so with the sake of that, you guys are all completely bundled up properly. The night of rest definitely helped out, and the day is not wearing on you yet. However, I would like somebody elect a party member to roll me a D100, please, and thank you.
Lydia.
Lydia.
Okay.
Your time.
Cool. That's an 8.
Okay, so partway through the day, and about the afternoon, a blizzard begins to blow in. You watch as the sky begins to grow dark, and at first it's a relief on your eyeballs from the super fucking bright sun, reflecting off all the snow, which is the bane of my existence in wintertime, so I'm making it the bane of yours. And the cloud cover blows in, and it's nice. And then the winds pick up, and it begins to snow more heavily, and it begins to whip around, and you feel scared. Visibility grows really dark here. And if someone could, actually all of you make me a survival check, just for funsies to see what happens here, but then I'm going to have you elect someone to lead the way through this blizzard here. Okay, so, Miriam, you recall Crescent Moon telling you that when blizzards become a problem, you, like, can't see within 5 feet of you, and so they recommended using the rope to tie yourselves together as much as possible to try to keep you guys, you know, daisy-chained so you don't lose each other. Sheila, you also know similar information. You haven't traveled a ton up here, but you have traveled in similar conditions before, so you also know this.
Well, I will take the advice and get us all ready to be tied together.
Okay. So, for the sake of this, I'm going to have you guys elect one person who is going to make a survival check to see if you can stay on course.
Lydia.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'd rather be you, Kieran, my dears. I'm willing to give you a little bit of some pointers, but either one of yous.
Yeah. Lydia, feel free.
I will cast. So do you guys want me to guide you, or do you want Kieran to guide us?
Kieran said you could, so I suppose it's your job.
Okay, I will, and I will touch myself real good and give myself guidance.
I will also be helping Lydia out, despite, I'm sure, her annoyance.
Okay. So, you do have advantage on the survival check as well as your D4. As the wind is picking up, you are all daisy-chained together and you're trying to navigate the blizzard.
Blah, 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 blah. That's a 27. Natural 20.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, no problem.
Blizzard? What blizzard? There's no blizzards here. I don't see any blizzards.
So, Lydia, just as the blizzard is rolling in, you take note of the surroundings, just being a little bit more on the perceptive side, and kind of note a couple of, like, landmarks in terms of, like, cliffs and stuff, as well as you have a pretty decent sense of direction. You're very good with maps, and you're also very good at piecing together, like, okay, I've walked so far in this direction, yeah, so you feel very successful here. And and manage to stay on course. No one is separated from each other. And after about an hour, the blizzard blows away. You are freezing and very cold, but you kind of take note of where you are, and it does seem that you have not blown off course at all.
Fantastic. Now that we are outside the blizzard, I will right away untie myself to Miriam because that's really disgusting. And yeah, go right behind Sheila for her to be my windbreak again.
Alrighty. Nice job, guys.
Good job, Lydia.
That's why they put me in a library. I got big brains.
You do.
Alrighty. And so with that, you guys travel for the rest of the day. As it starts to get dark, you do manage to happen across a couple ice trolls, but there's only 2 of them, and it's not very hard with your level of power and not really casting any spells for the day to defeat them. So they seem to be a little bit dead set, and the regeneration's a little bit of a bitch, but you do manage to defeat them and are able to discover that, hold on, I can't remember off the top of my head. I just think it's interesting. There it went. That any, like, ice, acid, or fire damage, negates the regeneration. So your fire friends are very helpful there. So, but if someone, actually, Lydia, since you kind of read about these ahead of time, will you just make me a general history check? And I'll allow
Yes,
Sheila as well, because you're very knowledgeable of creatures in the area, if you want to make a history check too.
That's a casual 28.
Cool, and then another casual 23. So both of you know that ice troll hearts are very helpful. That you can take the heart out, and it kind of has a couple properties there. So Sheila, you recall stories of people in your clan used to harvest ice troll hearts and eat them, and it would allow them to regenerate and take on those regenerative properties, much like the ice troll. You also, Lydia, you've heard stories about if you bury the ice troll heart underground, it melts away and summons a blizzard, which is intense. And then you guys also know that if you have alchemist supplies and know how to use them, you can kind of take an hour to use the fluid out of the heart to create a potion of fire resistance or cold resistance.
Well, it might be worth our while to harvest these from what you all have said.
Alright.
I think I already know the answer, but Miriam, are you proficient in alchemy tools?
Unfortunately, just in cook's utensils. It was one of my co-workers who was proficient in alchemist tools. Believe
Very
his last
surprising.
name was White. First name Walter.
Unfortunately, I did not pick up alchemy tools in college. Sheila?
No,
Nope, not my area of expertise.
neither is mine. Ah, It's always fun finding something useful when you can't make it useful.
Well, I mean, we could still take the hearts, but I am loath to actually eat one.
I'm willing to try
Yeah.
it once.
Huh? I'm gonna start cutting out the heart
Okay.
and then hand it over to Miriam.
So, for this, in order to pull it out correctly, I need you to make me a, I'll allow sleight of hand, if you want.
Ooh, don't tell me that.
And we argue that she can use her proficiency for chef's tools.
Guess who doesn't have proficiency with chef tools? That's flavor,
Really?
baby.
Yep.
That is all flavor, baby.
I would
Yeah,
say
that
that
was
you have
fine.
advantage, because I assume that Lydia's, like, standing over your shoulder, assisting
I
you.
was like, if not, I will use my DM. DM. Is it inspiration or is it advantage?
It's like, it works as the regular DM inspiration, where you gain advantage on, like, you can choose to expend it to gain advantage on one thing.
Okay, well, I rolled a 10.
Okay, so, one of the hearts, you get it out, but you're not positive if it's still intact. You're not sure if it's fully complete, because you don't have anything to compare it to.
And I make a medicine check real quick to make sure she grabbed the heart and not like a kidney or something.
Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah.
make a medicine check.
That's
Yeah,
a 24.
she definitely, he, because Kieran, definitely pulled out, like, some other piece of its body. It is not the heart.
I'm looking at it like, this doesn't feel right.
I think you got the gallbladder.
Ugh, can I try again?
Yep, you can try again.
Alright,
Hey!
there we go.
And so with that, you kind of poke around in his chest cavity a little bit more and do manage to locate the heart with Lydia's help. And it's very easy for you with a dagger to take care of that. So, and for the second one?
Yes.
Okay, and so with a 19, easy enough. You know where it is. This one's a little bit harder. The chest cavity's kind of caved in a little bit from some of the eldritch blasts there, but you do manage to cut it open and figure out where the heart is and pull it out. So, add 2 troll hearts to your inventory. So,
Got no me twice. Item 2 troll hearts.
beautiful. All right, so as it nears night, you travel for a little bit longer. It's cold now as the sun begins to set, and it's nearing night. What would you like to do? What's your plan?
Can we, like, take, like, an hour to dig down and make ourselves a hunker down?
You can certainly try.
I'll use a couple of Eldritch Blasts to get into down deeper if we need to, just to protect us from the wind and the like. Like, my Cece's mind here is going to like how huskies bury themselves in the snow to keep warm whenever they sleep at night in Alaska.
Yup. Aw, it's cute. Okay. So, you guys, so make a, let's do a, I'll let someone head this up and argue either perception or investigation check to look for a good area for this. The checks are gonna award different things.
Well, I mean, I'll make a perception check if you want.
Sure.
18.
So with an 18, you do manage to find an area that seems like the ground is a little bit more ice and a little less ground. And it seems to be an area like that you spotted that works a little bit better for your plan there. So with that, you are able to kind of like clear the snow a little bit and blast through some of the ice with your Eldritch Blasts and maybe a couple swings of swords or the like, and you do manage to kind of create a little indent for yourselves.
All right. Time to cuddle for warmth.
Mm-hmm.
Kieran will, like, look down and then be like, I'll hang out in the corner. I'm not very warm.
Aw, Kieran. Why are you
While they're
rolling?
digging shelter, while they're digging shelter, Lydia is just making a snow goblin.
Hey!
Oh my gosh. I choked on my water. I thought that was so cute. So it is a very cute snow goblin. It's very lumpy and misshapen, and you're not proficient in making snow goblins, but it's decent.
Damn it. I knew I should have studied snow goblin making in college.
Here, let me make one.
I love this.
Performance, right?
Sure. Aw, Sly!
Alright. You know what I want to do with this?
Yes, tell
Because
me.
you should absolutely... I am going to, make all 4 of us.
Aw.
I'll even give, like, little random bits. Like I've got, like, a little phoenix in, Miriam's hand. I have Sheila's staff, right? That's what you use? Your fancy-ass staff.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got, a book in Lydia's hand, and I've got, I've got, like, a pan, because, like, I try to make a rapier, but I can't quite get that, like, thinness.
Yeah.
So, but
I
now...
think he's your calling here.
Yeah, they're actually
Maybe-
pretty realistic, and it doesn't take Kieran longer than about an hour to do this, as you guys are, like, getting settled in for the evening and starting to rest.
Maybe you could transfer these skills, and instead of making snow goblins or snow people, you could do mashed potatoes people.
This is true. I mean, I have practiced with mashed potatoes before. It's a very useful medium. Shockingly helpful.
This explains a lot.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, that was probably the best thing to waste a nat 20 on.
Yeah.
There was no wasting.
Absolutely no wasting.
There was no wasting. Let me rephrase. No, Gollum. All 4. Yes.
Yep, all for this. That was great.
I'm gonna make sure to build them a little shelter so they don't get snowed on.
Okay. For the sake of this evening and the sake of brevity, are you guys planning to light a fire?
I mean, kinda gotta.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you set up your tents, you light a fire kind of near them, and with your little burrow that you made, it kind of warms the area a little bit better. That, along with, like, snuggling for warmth in your tents, you feel confident that unless a blizzard blows in, you will be pretty good there. So...
Just in case for tonight, I'd like to put a few claymores around these snow people, and as traps that if somebody comes and try to disturb this magnificent work of art, they get exploded.
Thank you, thank
love
you.
that. I love that. So, for the sake of brevity, elect one person to roll me a luck check to see how this evening's watch
Lydia.
is going.
Wait. How about we have the actual luck dragon roll the luck check?
Sure.
Yeah.
Felgolas can roll the
Yeah.
luck check. And actually, since he is a luck dragon,
A halfling on top of that.
he gets advantage on
He's
it.
a halfling luck dragon.
Yeah.
There was
Lydia.
a
Like,
reason.
you should have super advantage and roll all natural 20s.
Okay, so with that 50, because you needed a higher roll here, the evening passes and your sleep and rest time passes, because you can only really travel for like 8 to 10 hours in the cold without, pushing it too hard. So you spend a lot of time resting in the cold in order to be able to survive. But it passes without a problem. Kind of at about like 4 a.m., you're a little nervous about another storm blowing in. You see a lot of dubious clouds off in the distance, but it seems to pass you. You also do occasionally hear some hunting horns, but nothing grows close to you, even with the fire lit. Okay. So, you wake up, you spend time preparing your food, getting ready to go, making sure you're all bundled up. And any, additional preparation before we set out?
I'm
No?
kind of conflicted, guys. Do we want to leave the bombs here?
Let's pick them up, just in case. Also, before I leave, I will very quickly add a little, halfling Fegalus.
Aw, cute.
And I'll add, a little dragon tail behind.
Okay. Love that. I'll say you can ride off that nat 20, and it
Thanks.
is absolutely beautiful. So, today passes relatively easily. There's no threat of any blizzards, and it doesn't seem to be any problems happening. You do kind of see off in the distance, the more perceptive of you spot what seems to be a Yeti hunting camp. It seems that they're set up, and you see weird lean-tos made out of furs against rocks, as well as they have a fire going, but just trying to evade things at all possible, you manage to skirt it relatively easily. And the day passes without a problem. However, will all of you roll a Constitution saving throw just to check to see how you're handling the cold?
Do we
I
still have
actually have a
advantage?
question
You do
here.
still have advantage. Yes.
I have a question here. While we're walking, in the first hour, Mira will go, actually, I'm willing to burn a spell to keep us a little bit warm. Does anybody want to be a mammoth?
Not even a little bit.
Forget. I didn't know there were crickets in, north.
Sly is currently considering it.
Wait.
Come on.
Wait. Felgalus chimes in. I can just be a mammoth.
Okay, but will that make you lose energy? What I'm going here is to not try and fatigue you, but
I
think it'd help.
I think that if I don't do it for all day, just maybe a couple of hours, that I'll be fine. And if I start losing energy, I can always shift back.
Alrighty, well then let's do that.
How about Miriam transforms you into a mammoth? Would that save you energy?
Oh, yeah, but I mean, polymorph only lasts for an hour.
That's fair, but an hour and then, a little bit longer via your form.
Sure.
That'll save us a good majority of the day.
Well, how about if it's really windy, we throw out a polymorph? And then if, conserve energy? Because right now it's not really needed.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Okay. So, for the sake of things, you conserve energy. About midday, the wind does pick up a little bit after kind of passing by this Yeti camp. So I'll say that you guys choose to expend it, and Felgalus is excited to be a mammoth. He's never been a mammoth before. And so he is stomping around and having a good time. But his fur is very warm, and you enjoy riding on him for a little bit. And it's a good way to travel in this area. So, all right. And so I'll say for that you guys shave off some time, so you will arrive at your destination a bit earlier. Okay, so I'm just missing the con saving throw from Kieran.
Yes. Sorry. Ugh. I'm good at this, I promise.
Okay. You have advantage.
Oh, cool.
I mean, you didn't really need it, but okay, so all of you do pass and nobody gets too exhausted or too cold or too frozen as you travel throughout the day. All right. You kind of do the same plan, settling down for the evening, finding a space. This time you do manage to find like some cliffs that are made of ice as you near the end of the time and people are growing tired and a little too cold and the sky is growing very dark very early. And manage to find a cliff that kind of blocks the wind a bit, dig down and do the same thing, and kind of settle in for the evening, feeling pretty safe and secure in your area. But if somebody would like for the evening to roll one more luck check, unless you want Felgulus to do it.
Hey, Fargolas did a great time last time.
Okay, let's see if anything happens. What were you saying?
We love our mammoth boy.
Oh!
Boom!
Yeah!
I mean, that doesn't really do anything super exciting. It just is a really safe evening, and you have a great time, and everybody feels very warm and a little rejuvenated.
Heck yeah.
So, I'll say for the sake of things that, Kieran, you told a bunch of really great stories around the fire, and it kind of is a little bit inspirational, being a bard and all.
Nice.
So,
Thank you.
nothing happens,
I
but it
love
was
that.
just cool. All right. And for your last day, as you are traveling, so Miriam, you know that this is going to put you pretty close to your destination. So kind of this is the third day of travel, and then Crescent Moon recommended setting up camp and resting for the evening and then traveling a couple hours in the morning to your final destination just so that you're fresh. So that is what they kind of like recommended there.
Miriam will pass that on.
So you'll have like one more full day and then you'll kind of settle into and then you'll kind of like carry on throughout was kind of the plan there. Alrighty. So, for the sake of the day, why don't one of you, not Felgulus, as you set out for the day, roll me one more D100 to see what you encounter.
I'll do it.
Do it.
23!
Okay. So, with the 23, about like 2 hours into the morning, you watch as another blizzard begins to kick up. It seems that they run pretty rampant out here, and it's rough. The wind is so harsh. And actually, as you're growing further north and further east, it is starting to get even harsher. And so it's, yeah, you're struggling a bit. And you actually hear wailing noises off in the distance, and you're not sure if it's a creature or if it's the blizzard itself. So what's the plan here? Are you guys gonna tie yourselves together again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Miriam will kind of, if we do trust ourselves, or at least trust one of our party, some of us could go into the bottle for a couple of hours while this blizzard rages. Less chance to lose somebody.
That is true. I have a feeling I'm gonna look over at Lydia and assume that if the bottle is being offered, I'm probably gonna be the one that's out.
I can stay out.
You feel confident or comfortable making your way through the snowstorm or potential snowstorm?
I feel like I would live more likely than you. I'm a little hardier.
Don't doubt me too much. I've got a pretty good head.
I'm sure that's what your wife says.
Sure, she loves your head, absolutely, but I don't know that helps you with snowstorm. But you're probably right. I might be lost.
Hey, here's the thing: is that if I get buried in snow, don't need to breathe. So, just an uncomfortable bit of time for me.
And I believe from what I remember, you're pretty good at finding your way, Kieran.
I am. I mean, Sheila, if we want to dual team this, so if anything goes wrong and I can keep track of stuff, we could do that.
Okay, I'll stay out with you then.
Alright, sounds good.
I'm going into my fucking bottle and taking a short rest.
Okay. Felgulis and Astra will be very happy to join you in there. Lydia, are you joining as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
And
Degree.
for our Blizzard team, are you guys tying yourselves together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will allow one of you to make a survival check with advantage.
Heck yeah. I got a +7, my friend.
Yeah, I'm not making it.
Alright. 18.
Okay, so with an 18, it's rough. However, you feel pretty confident that you're staying on track. You study the map a lot, and Sheila kind of helps point out some areas as well as, like, a better way to trudge through this snowstorm. And you do take breaks occasionally, kind of hunkering down until you gain your breath back, particularly rough points. But you do rather well, actually. You feel like you're on the right track. So with that, I had a thought and my brain just froze.
Food.
Oh no, right? Yeah, no, you're fine. You make it all the way through, you're totally fine, and all's good. It does, actually, somebody roll me a d4, because it's funny.
Go ahead.
Alright.
Okay, so this blizzard lasts for 3 hours. It is a little bit longer than the previous one you were in, and it a little rough, but you managed to make your way through just fine.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so after the blizzard kind of abates, it's beautiful out with a fresh covering of snow, and you see some more cliffs like coming up on the side off in the distance, and it looks like you're gonna kind of come up to more of a hilly, if you could call that, for glaciers being cut off there. Region. You see big structures of ice as you approach that seem to have fallen off here. But as you get closer and it grows darker, it does look like there are several little, like, entrances, maybe caves inside these cliffs. So the question is for the evening, would you like to settle in one of the caves, or are you going to do the same thing that you've done previously?
I mean, the only thing that I'm worried about is that if this is a cave, that other things might also be taking residence. But also at the same time not having to build a shelter for ourselves. That's nice. I don't know, what do you guys think?
Well, I could do my eye trick again and check it out.
That is true. Alright. Let's try it. Just double check.
So there's a couple of cave options as you approach. So one of you go ahead and make me a perception check to kind of see which... There is rather fresh snow, so like any tracks, unless it's been in the last couple hours, would have been erased. So somebody go ahead and make me a perception check to see if they can find a cave that's like... Or I'll let you argue survival if you want to find a cave that looks like big enough or that would fit your needs.
Go ahead.
I'm same for both, so 13.
Okay. After about like kind of 15 minutes of noting that, oh, there's caves. Some of them look smaller, not quite big enough, like very, very cramped as you kind of just like get a glimpse in. And then you see one that like extends a little bit and then seems to open up a lot. And you're like, oh, that one might work. So you guys can stop outside there so that Sheila can send in her stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll cast the Arcane Eye spell and do the deed.
Okie dokie. So your eye gets sent in. You see a rather spacious cave. It looks to be roughly 100 feet across, in kind of like a dilapidated square way. And it's closed off in the end, so it's just like one entrance in, one entrance out. And you don't see any things in here, or any like signs of creatures. I'll let you make a perception check through the eye to see, like, as you're kind of looking a little bit closer.
A 5.
Okay, yeah. From what you can see, you're not seeing any signs of creatures in here.
Well, it looks safe to me.
Trust you.
Okay. So you guys go in, and can set up camp and kind of pop everybody out of the bottle, brush all the snow off of your face.
I'm doing like the wet dog thing where you violently shake yourself.
Ah, sweetheart. And I will prestidigitate him dry and warm.
Kieran also then remembers he does have prestidigitation.
Poor Kieran. It's like always.
If I had a nickel.
You'd have 2 nickels.
I have 2 nickels. I'm tired.
You're doing great, sweetie. Oh my goodness. All right. So, you guys settle into the cave, kind of start a fire, and, well, actually, my question is like, are you setting up your tents in here? Are you starting a fire in the cave? Are you, like, what's the plan?
Well, I mean, a fire would probably be good just for light reasons.
Yeah.
And we should also definitely have a watch going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, you do start a fire, you get all set up and cozied in. You set up your typical watch. I assume that you have like a system worked out by this point. You guys have been traveling together for a while. And you settle in for the evening. Is there any like conversation or things that you wish to do at the last evening before you make it towards your destination?
I'm just want to check in to make sure everyone's kind of ready.
Well,
It has all the preparations they want.
Always am.
is Lydia ready?
Lydia is always ready. Also,
Sheila?
Yeah, I'm pretty ready.
Also, Kendall, what were you saying?
No, Lydia's ready.
Okay. Sounds cool. Well, Kieran, it seems that your party is ready to go for the next day as to whatever that might bring, what Tobias had wandered into here. So, but as you settle in for the night, you enjoy your meal, enjoy the company, kind of get prepared as this like last evening before you set off, and settle in for your night's watches. So Felgalus is baked for the evening, as Miriam gave him a brownie. So he will be out of commission for rolling your evening's check. So if somebody else wants to roll, that would be great.
Is that a shorty I hear?
I think it's Shorty's turn.
Volunteering?
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
Okay. All
Oh, yeah.
righty. So with a 44,
Death.
death. You just instantly die. That's it. All done.
No, foreign Japanese is very similar to... Never mind.
I mean, that was actually kind of interesting. I was curious. So So with that, as you guys kind of settle in for the night, Sheila, in the middle of your watch, you're watching alone for the evening, and the fire is like died down, but it's still kind of warm in this space. But interestingly enough, you make a perception check for me.
A 5.
Okay. It's always so funny when you do that because it rolls later for me, and so I'm like, he just predicted. He predicted what he was gonna roll. So with a 5, you don't hear it coming. And you're kind of like, not falling asleep, but getting really cozy and comfortable. And then suddenly, just like this noise surprises you from behind. And a burst of cold energy clatters across your entire body as you see this creature, as you whip around and see this creature, very long, very huge, opening its maw and bearing down at you. So go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
19.
Okay, so you do manage to save. And so you take half of this, so 25 cold damage as it breathes a cold breath on you. And you have sleeping companions all around you, but it seems that your safe haven has been imparted upon. And we are going to drop ourselves on this map and then get some initiatives rolled.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Where do we drop?
You can kind of just intersperse yourselves. So,
Nope.
I'm not quite sure if you guys would have, like, set up tents together or separate tents and so on and so forth. So, then go ahead and roll me some initiatives.
Down. Ah.
So, for the sake of this, I'm going to say that Felgolis, due to Brownie, is just, like, kind of out for the evening. So even if he wakes up, he's going to be pretty useless in this fight because he is high out of his mind and has never done drugs before. So...
Baby.
I know. I added the turn for you, Lydia.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Oh, did the turn delete?
I guess it did.
Oh, you deleted your token.
Did I? No. Did I? Well, I've got a token right here.
Weird, I don't see it. It, like, disappeared for me.
Yeah, I think Roll20 is bugging on me. Let me refresh.
Okay. I'll give you a second.
Oh, my token did disappear.
I know, it was weird.
Okay. Alright, would you mind adding me again?
I would not. Add turn.
Thank you. You continue to be my favorite DM.
Thanks. You say that when, like, I'm pretty sure all of your other DMs can hear you. Although
I
they can
know.
be your favorite too. Alrighty. So let me just flop this here. So we have Lydia and Miriam going at the same turn order. Do you want to share a turn? Do you want to figure out somebody to go first or go by dex rolls?
Well, I've got a +2 dex. I don't know about Miriam.
Cece, are you present? You are currently muted.
I thought I didn't know I was muted.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Or Miriam. Fuck, Lydia. What's your dex score?
+2.
No, your score.
15.
Mine's also a 15.
Oh no. Well, who wants to go first? Just decide.
I'll let CC go first.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Dokely. So for the sake of this, the surprise round kind of just happened as this creature did act. However, Sheila has not necessarily woken you up yet. And so what I will do is, until she has an opportunity to, make an unholy ruckus other than just, getting breathed on, I will have you roll a perception check.
Alrighty. I almost hit persuasion.
Can I persuade you to let me wake up? Okay, yeah. You guys are all, waking up. You are still prone, and kind of, entangled in your sleeping bags, but you are awake.
Cool.
So, Karen, you are prone. What are you doing?
I'm gonna yell over to Sheila. Wait, I have a very important question, actually.
Yes.
How dark is it right now?
You have, a little bit of firelight coming in, but it's decently dark otherwise.
Because I don't have dark vision.
Oh, yeah. It's hard for you to see in here.
I'm assuming I hear the ruckus, and I'm gonna yell over, Sheila! What's going on?
It's okay.
I
Doesn't sound like it.
She was just like, I got this.
I have just the thing.
I am still gonna, get up and blindly, flick out my rapier.
Okay.
There's a multi-legged thing. So Sheila's about 35 feet in front of you. It's 5 feet to the left of her.
Alright, I'm gonna use those instructions. I will use my my movement and my bonus action to get there, because
Okay.
I use 15 feet of movement.
Perfect.
So, am I able to kind of, almost bump into this thing?
Yeah, I'll say for the sake of this, Miriam's directions were great. You, straight up bump into this thing. And your hand goes out and you feel just this slimy, freezing cold hide.
Oh, I hate it. I'm gonna stab it.
Okay. With a
Cool.
16, that does not hit. You're also at disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'll roll again, but it
Yeah, it doesn't hit either way.
Cool.
So with the 16, you don't hit. You stab at it, and your hands on it, but you just manage to miss, and it slides off. This thing seems to have a natural hard, not shell per se, but skin.
Oh, I completely forgot. My blade emits light.
Oh. Okay, yeah. We'll just say for the sake of this that you don't pull out your blade until then, and you're like, oh shit, and this thing you can see it now, and it is terrifying. But the 16,
right.
which was your first roll, still does not hit.
Alright, will the second one be at, because I get 2 attacks with this, will the second one be at disadvantage then?
No, because you can see now.
Sweet.
Oh!
Sucker! Alrighty. We are going to do all the fun stuff. That'll be...
You do get sneak attack.
I do get sneak attack. So that'll be 16 piercing and an additional 15 from the sneak attack. And then let's add fun stuff to this. I am going to add, I'll just do a defensive flourish. So that'll be an extra d6. Alright. Ha! Just 1.
Okay. So it takes an additional 1 damage, and you get an additional 1 to your AC?
Yep. So. Not too shabby, all things considered.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Sheila, this thing is like gigantic mouth dripping and like ice coming from its horrible teeth right in front of your face. What would you like to do?
It's large.
It is, no, it's supposed to be huge.
Okay.
Just grow that in size.
Okay, hold on. I have to do something else now because it's not large.
Sorry.
Okay. I will just cast Big B's hand. And I'll have it attempt to grasp it.
Okay. What do I need to roll for that?
It's a grapple check.
Okay.
The hand gets a 16.
Okay. You did just get a bless from chat if you wanted to add a d4.
It's a 20.
Okay, good. That's exactly what you needed. So, because it rolled a 19. So it is now grappled by your spectral hand.
Okay. Me and Big B's hand will escort it out of the cave.
Nice.
Can you drag it?
Yeah, I can move it.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, it doesn't say I can't drag it, I guess. I guess that's your call.
I think it's really funny, so I'm cool with it.
Okay. I can't find it. Okay, 60 feet. So does it get half movement in that case?
Yeah,
Okay, so 30 feet. I don't know how far out of the cave is.
right there. So it's like an additional 10 feet off of the map.
Okay, alright. I'm just gonna take him and lift him really high and drop him.
Do you want me to hit him with a bit of fire beforehand?
If you want.
I always want that.
All right, Miriam, it's your turn.
Alrighty. Miriam will just kind of edges a little bit closer because she's like, oh, it worked really well on the other creatures, and then she's gonna measure out so that it doesn't hit them, but she's gonna just drop a fucking fireball on this thing. So DC 19 dex save, 27 fire damage.
Does Big B's hand restrain me, or is it just grappled?
I think just grab.
Okay, so not disadvantage, however, that was a 3. So as you drop this fireball on it, and it just kind of blows up, I think Big B's hand also takes damage.
It does, but it has 127 health,
Yeah,
so it's
so
okay.
I think it's fine. So as this thing blows up, it seems that, yeah, fire does indeed do a little bit of extra damage to this thing. However, you do watch as, like, it kind of bites at the fire as though trying to eat it. And while it does, like, do extra damage to this, you see the similar, like, cold glow in the back of its throat.
Oh dear, I don't like that. And Miriam is just going to, let's do some measuring. Yeah, I can get over there. Miriam, seeing that, is going to waltz her way over here and sit behind a finger.
Okay. This, by the way, you guys were examining it earlier. I forgot to describe it, but it seems to be like an old cut-off giant's hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yep.
I'm sitting behind a finger.
It's frozen. Cool. Cool, Lydia.
Right, Lydia is going to cast Suggestion on him.
Okay.
It's a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 14.
That fails. So I'm going to suggest that it leaves the cavern, leaves us alone, reassess its life's choices, quit drugs and alcohol, go back to school, possibly a trade school or STEM field, and have a good life.
Okay. So suggestions very
Deal.
short, and that was like a lot, but I love that you rambled through all of that. The first part is mainly what the spell is, but you say all of it, including the rethinks life choices. So please will you drop the spell for me just so that I can take a peek?
Sure.
Oh, the like display.
Oops. Yeah.
I love the implication that STEM is canon in this world, Zari.
That what is canon?
STEM
Gem.
fields.
Oh.
Science, tech, electricity, and magic.
Yep, and magic! Oh my gosh! I now
Beautiful.
need to create a magic school in this world somewhere. Like, straight
Absolutely,
up.
yeah.
Yep. Okay.
For giant lizards. It lasts for 8 hours if I wanted to, if I concentrate on it.
Yeah, you know, honestly, you told it to contemplate its life choices, so, that does seem to take effect there.
Okay.
Cool.
I will end my turn.
Okay, on its turn, it is going to attempt to follow suit, so it will, try to break the grapple. That's, 20, if you want to go ahead and roll competing.
It breaks it.
Okay, so it breaks out, but then you watch as it slithers out the door looking very dejected. Its head between its like front paws a little bit, and then after a little bit it dives into the ground and takes off. So this one seems to be gone. However, you do hear a noise as another one pops up right here. So, coming from the ground, Lydia, and you... Wait, actually, do you have any... You don't have any glowing on you, so it's gonna go after Kieran, because you are glowing. And
I am glowing.
seems to like that. So, this one pops up under the ground, and seems to go after the glowing, and it is going to unleash a bunch of attacks at you. So that is a 14 to hit.
No, ma'am.
Okay. 25.
That hit.
6 piercing damage.
Alright.
I critted! So that's another 10 piercing damage.
I feel like you're just bullying me.
I'm not! You're
I
glowing! If you knew what this thing was, you'd get it. An 11 misses you, and a 26 hits you for 8 piercing damage.
Alright. Damn, is that 5 attacks?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Dang. Pop off, buddy.
As it bites down at you, you manage to, like, catch its jaw on your sword, and then it's just, like, frantically, so you're holding its jaw open with your sword, and it's just clawing at your body. This little stubby salamander legs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! My initiative!
Did you pull him away?
Yeah, I deleted him because he went to go contemplate his life choices thanks to suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
So with that in mind, as it tries to eat you, what are you doing?
It said that it was attracted to my light.
You're not... You can... Yeah, I mean, I said that, yeah.
Okay, well, because it completely ignored Lydia and went after me.
Yes.
Sadly, Lydia, for the first time in ages, is not bright enough.
Damn it, Candle.
Oh, this might be a really bad life choice.
Do it, throw it. Don't
I am-
Spila.
I'm gonna throw my my rapier like over here.
Okay.
Is that gonna cost me my action, or can I just kind of like whip it out of its mouth and like kind of chuck it?
You know, dropping something is free, so I will say that it's dropping it. I'm cool with that. You guys are level 17.
Cool.
It's cool.
Cool. Awesome. Does its eyes seem to track it?
Yes, it does.
Cool. I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Cool.
I'm gonna head over this way. Cause ouchies, that hurt. And then I will, with my action, Eldritch Blast it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for me. Okay, all 4 hits.
Cool. 2, 3. Are we thinking about it? We're thinking about
real
it.
Hard. Okay, I was so delayed. Go ahead and
So
click
delayed.
one more. Oh, there we go.
Alright. There you go. Good
20.
chunk of damage.
28, 39, 47. I think that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright. And I can just barely see a bit of dim light, but I can squint.
Yeah.
And I'll call out, attracted towards the light. And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Sheila.
This time Big B's hand will just go punch.
Okay, cool. Go punch.
A 28 to hit.
Yeah.
9 damage. Yeah,
Oh.
9 damage.
Alrighty, as Big B's hand punches this thing kind of in the face.
And Sheila will also go hit it. She'll give it the booming blade attack.
Cool.
She crit, yay!
Nice.
14 damage. Wait, or 30. I'm confused. You figure that out.
Oh, thanks.
And then 28 more thunder.
Wait. So, yeah, that both adds together. So, oh god, my brain. 30.
So 30?
Yeah,
30
but then
plus 28.
Did you Great Weapon Master it? No, you just boosted.
I did
right?
not.
Okay.
Yeah. So 58.
Cool. As you rush forward and you smack this thing with a thunderous smite. Did not like that. Not necessarily resistant to it, but it just really didn't like that as it turns its head towards you and you see like the glow in its throat. Anything else?
No, I cannot do anything else.
Okay, Miriam.
Alrighty, it is Alakablam time, so let's count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Eldritch Blast. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So the 16 and lower did not hit.
Okay, plus, let's see, 25 plus 30, 5 of this is fire. So 58 damage, and 5 of that is fire.
Okay.
And it is going to be pushed 50 feet back, so slamming that into a wall.
So you guys watch as these bursts of energy hammer into this creature, and Sheila, you see the life fade from its eyes as it gets a dead body gets shoved into the wall, and you have vanquished it.
Well then.
You wait for a moment, listening to see if anything else comes from below. And it seems that you are safe for the time being.
Cool. I'm gonna go pick up my blade, dismiss it, and then look at everyone and go, I'm gonna go keep sleeping.
How far in the long rest are we? Is my question.
You guys are about, I would say that you probably had like second watch and Miriam was gonna take the third and fourth. So
Cool, so I have rest.
yeah, so you have a long rest.
Okay, I will sleep and have Bigby's hand cover me as like a blanket.
That's cute. After a little while, Bigby's hand does fade as you drift into unconsciousness, but it did provide some warmth and comfort as you fall asleep.
Can I sleep concentrate?
I don't think so.
I'm saddened. I think I really want this this lizard to turn his life around, so I think I'll just stay awake.
Okay, you will not get a full long rest, and you will take a point of exhaustion for tomorrow.
Okie dokie.
Alright, so go ahead and mark that down. Remember that for me, because I will forget. Alright, so as you guys settle back in for the evening, Miriam taking over watch, the rest of the evening does seem to pass uneventfully as you guys fall back asleep. And you wake up refreshed, most of you, except for Lydia, who stayed up the whole night, making sure that this lizard turned his life around. And maybe we'll see what happens there. Maybe that'll be a callback in the future. And I think that that's where we are going to end this evening's session. And we will pick up next time as you guys make your way towards Tobias's location. So thank you all for playing tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you are watching this on YouTube after the fact, please leave a like. Let us know what you appreciated down below. And join us for the next session. We will see you guys all then. Good night.